Hello, back again. So that last video did say, thank goodness, I was going to pull my hair out. Okay, so question 15. The table shows information about the number of social media accounts used by each of 300 students. Okay, now that's a good clue. That is 300. That saves me a massive job later on. I'm going to run it through the calculator just to check it, but the questions never lie. Yep, 300. Work out the total number of social media accounts used by these students. So what we need to do is take into account that 0 social media accounts are held by 3 people. Now, that means that those 3 people, that's not 0. If we line them up and said, hi, in total, you have how many social media accounts? It'd be 0. Can't make up social media accounts. Now, these 57 people will have 1, and then the rest of it, as you can see, I'm just multiplying these values. So we speak to those 84, they've each got 2. That's 168 accounts altogether. 75 times 3. Remember, everything on a calculator, everything, no messing around. This is your GCSE. We want to win, we want to succeed. Right, 57 plus 168 plus 225 plus 324. That's 774 social media accounts altogether. Okay, it's a lot of social media accounts. If they all followed me, I'd have more subscribers for sure. Right, find the median number of social media accounts used by these students. Oh my God. Right, roughly it's 150. Okay, I know that they say n plus 1 divided by 2, but in a cumulative frequency graph, we just chop that data in half. So we'll look at 150. Now, this is going to be person 0 to 3. If we're going to be cumulative frequency, that means if I look at 1 or 0, there's 60 people. Add 60 to that, 84. That makes 144. So it's going to be 144 people that have got 0, 1, and 2. That means that number 150 is going to be in the next group. 144, excuse me, plus 75 is 219. So they're going to be within that group of 3. So that means the median number of social media groups is 3, because you'd have 0 account, 0 account, 0 account, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then that would just be a ridiculous amount to write. So our social media account median will be 3. Okay, on a scale drawing, a building has a length and a width. So length, I'm going to put 1 or 12.4 and a width of 9.4. The real length of the building is 62. Work out the width. So 62 divided by 12.4 will tell me what we multiplied 12.4 by in the first place in order to get to the 62. So 62 divided by 12.4 is 5. That's very nice. So 9.4 times by 5 is 47. 9.4 times by 5 equals 47. And that's our answer. Question 17 on the grid below. Draw the graph y equals 4 minus x. Oh, they've not given us a table. Why? Okay. Well, x equals, so minus 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Easiest one to do 0 here. 4 minus 0 is 4. That's my y values. 4 minus 1, 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. And then you can see a nice pattern that's just going up in ones. Okay, so at 0, 4, minus 1, 5, minus 2, 6. Lovely. That is going down nicely. And then I'm going to draw the straight line all the way through. You will use a ruler and you will use a pencil when you're drawing that one. Okay, 17 is done. I didn't time this one either, so I'm just going to have to guess. I'll have a look after I've done question 18. This sign was in a doctor's waiting room. 115 appointments were missed last month. These missed appointments were a total of 25.3 hours. Work out the mean length of time for each missed appointment. Give your answer in minutes. So there's 115 appointments. It's been multiplied by something to give 25.3 hours. All right, first thing is I don't want that to be in hours. I want that to be in minutes. So 25.3 times by 60 will convert that into minutes, which is 1518. And then I'm going to do 1518 divided by 115. And that gives me 13.2. And it hasn't said to do anything other than that. So 13.2 is our solution. Happy days. Right. Question 19. Oh, more words. Thanks. I've got 9 minutes to go. That's brilliant. Nimra buys buys a 3 kilogram box of sweets. Must be Halloween or something. Sorry, it's me trying to be funny. She puts the sweets into bags to sell. Each bag contains 150 grams of sweets. So I'm going to say that this is 3,000 grams because that's what a kilogram or 3 kilograms will be. Nimra fills as many bags as possible. She'll sell each bag for the same price. She wants to make at least 35%, assuming she sells all the bags. What's the lowest price? Okay. There's so much maths to do without you actually being told what to do. So I want to know how many bags, first of all. So that's what I'm going to work out. So 3,000. I bet this is 5 marks. I bet this is 5 marks. It is as well. All right, I think that's going to be about 20 bags, isn't it? Yeah, it's 20 bags. So 20 bags. Now she's bought that 3 kilogram box for £17.60 and she wants to make 35% profit. So if I times that by 1.35, that's going to tell me what 135% of it is. That means that she'll get back the money plus 35%. So £17.60 times by 1.35 gives me £23.76. Now she wants to make at least 35%, so that's the lowest amount. I'm going to divide that by 20, and that will tell me the price she needs to sell each bag for. Oh no, 1.118. Well, that doesn't work. So she'll need to sell it for £1.19. If I'm honest, I'd be selling it for 120 because then otherwise you have to go to like give them a penny change or like 81p change if they pay with a £2 coin. But I guess the math of the question wants to know the actual lowest price possible, which is £1.19. Common sense will not come into it with this question. All right, question 20. I'm really interested in how many questions there are here. Let me just check it. 28. Ooh, and there's a simultaneous equation. Don't we just love that? Things you love to see. Right, Lorena gets a train at the same time each morning to go to work. She gets a train at the same time each evening to come home. The probability tree shows the possibilities or probabilities for each train arriving late. So that's right. All probability adds to 1. So 1 minus 0.13 gives us 0.87. And then 1 minus 0.06, 0.94. Pretty good train company. That's not too bad, those numbers. Never early. Never early. Okay, for a day that Lorena goes to work out the probability that the train to work and the train home both arrive late. So 0.13 late multiplied by 0.06 late. And this would be a really unlucky day if this happened. That gives us 0.0078. Wow, that is a nasty number. Does it want it in standard form? Probably not. We could always SD it and have 39 over 5,000 because actually when you put that into your calculator, it's going to give it to you in standard form. But I'm okay with either of those responses as long as the number, because like although these two look different, they represent the same value. So that's okay to use. Okay. Oh, algebra, my favourite. So x cubed to the power of 5 means x cubed times x cubed times x cubed times x cubed times x cubed, which I'm not going to write out. So that means we're going to have x cubed times by 5, or x to the power of 3 times 5, which gives us x to the 15. Because if we had x cubed times x cubed times, you add those powers across. Right, expand and simplify. 4 times x, 4x. 4 times 3, 12. Plus 7 times 4, 28. If you're not sure, calculator, just because it's algebra doesn't mean you can't use your calculator. Take away 14x. Okay, add these two together, gives me 40, and then 4x, take away 14x is minus 10x. Okay, factorize fully. So we need the HCF, highest common factor of both of these two terms. Now, 15 and 3, we can divide both those numbers by 3. That's the highest number we can divide by. The x's, the lowest power is a 2, which means that the highest common factor will be x squared. Because we can't divide x squared by x cubed, we get x to the negative 1. That's not the way we factorize. Okay, into the bracket, and we just simply divide these now. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. X cubed divided by x squared is x. I'm done with that term. 3 divided by 3 is 1, not 0, 1. X squared divided by x squared is 1. Again, not 0, it's 1. And then there's nothing to divide the y by, which means we just have y on its own in that bracket. And we move on. Question 22, hello. Right, describe fully the single transformation. So this is a maps S onto T. So S onto T. So it's been a translation because it's been shifted, it's been moved. So a translation of the column vector, and then we need to write it in. So the top bit is the X movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gone backwards 5. So it's a negative 5. And then I want to end up on the same point of the shape that I started on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't stop there. 5, 6. Negative 5, 6. Okay, question 23. And then I'll call it. The length of the football pitch is 90 meters, correct to the nearest meter. So the error interval means that what numbers would round up? So this is the thing. 90 meters. And then the nearest meter, 1 meter, if we divide that by 2, that gives us 0.5 meters. And you add that on and subtract to get the upper and lower bound. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth can 90.5 be an answer? Well, because the inequalities say it's everything up to 90.5, but not including 90.5. So that's why we use that value. Okay, I'm going to cut it there so that I can finish off the video with plenty of time. So I'll see you on question 24. Remember, like the video, subscribe, help me out, do your best, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.